and welcome to the Real Ale Guide. But it's not me, it's him.
Yeah.
Mr. Real Ale Guide.
I was pressing record on the camera.
He was pressing the button. Right, well, we've got what we would call a small beer, I suppose.
Yep.
You know, some of the brewers have tried their hand at the 2.8% business because there's a tax boundary. And there's a social drinking boundary as well. And,
Yeah.
You know, sometimes there's a space for small beer. So 2.8%. This is Fuller's Mighty Atom. I've had this in the cupboard for a while, so I've been taking my time whipping it out, I suppose. That's the saying in the business. And
Well, yeah, that's it.
you can't just whip it out willy-nilly,
You can't
can
just
you?
whip it out willy-nilly, can you?
No. So I'm going to whip it out now. I'm going to whip it out in front of you, YouTube. There we go. Crap. Oh, ooh, it's a bit fizzy. What do we say about that?
That's
It happens to every man at
a
some point.
nicely carbonated beer, and you know, kind of a whip it out beer, I suppose.
Yeah. There you go. You get your
Get my half.
Get your half. We're doing some shed time this afternoon. You know, it's hard work being a man sometimes, and sometimes you have to make your way down by the shed.
Nice colour. It looks to me like it's kind of unfiltered. Would you say it's bits and pieces floating around? What they've done, I think they've gone for the flavour.
Cheeky monkey, actually, isn't it?
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, I like it. That's very unusual for Fuller's, but
Yeah, there's a bit of a
For
haze
it-
on this for 2.8% as well.
2.8%, what you're looking for is flavour, and
Yeah.
yeast will give you flavour.
Well,
I suppose it's just experience that's saying that.
this is yeah, there's lots of slow moving kind of particles in this.
Yeah, look at that.
We can tell with the big head over there.
Plenty of bits and pieces floating around, but for a 2.8% beer, you're looking for flavour, and what yeast does is give you that flavour.
And you're not just looking for the flavour, you're looking for the whole experience. So what's in the nose?
Let's have a look. I get Cascade hops.
Yeah?
Nice grapefruits.
Yeah, they're not
Bit of
skimmed on it, have
lemon.
they? Yeah,
No,
they've,
no, that's not bad.
That's good.
I've tasted, and you've tasted today. We won't mention it, but we've drunk 4-5% beers today. That's
Didn't
not
smell
had
as
the
good as
nose.
this, yeah.
No, it's not had this nose.
I think they've gone out of their way to actually produce that nose, because that's one of the key things. When you're going to put a pint in front of somebody and there's a low ABV, you want to convince them of the worth of it. And I know that years back, and some people like Ding on Twitter and stuff like that will say, this is brilliant, this is a low ABV, this is a session beer. It really is. But could you sit there and drink 4, 5, 6 and exponentially more, however many pints of it? Could you?
I think that's all in the kind of taste.
The
I
taste
think,
is going to give us
because
that.
if it's a great tasting beer, then it's passable.
Yeah, good. Let's taste it.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's heavily carbonated.
Heavily carbonated beer,
Yeah,
nice
much.
kind of, even more so than the beer that we kind of just looked at, which was a Belgium style beer. This is more carbonated than that.
It is.
Um,
I'd love to have seen that carbonation on that beer.
Yeah.
That would have really brought the flavour.
Yeah.
The heavy carbonation isn't really doing much for me at the moment, other than
I think
spinning around what amounts of flavour there are in the beer.
yeah.
And that's the key. Yeah, we've done a high ABV beer that had 6.4
6.4%.
that didn't have much carbonation and therefore didn't spin around that flavour. But this is 2.8. Doesn't have much flavour, but is really kicking the carbonation to make the most of it. It's a bit like a Wonder Bra, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder Bra, sometimes you can take them off, it's at a disappointment.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can take them off and it's all full of promise. It's the
Absolutely.
promise that was up front.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah, I could be wearing those trousers right now, like this, that pull my buttocks up like that. You're not going to know until I take my trousers off, and I'm not about to do that on YouTube. That's not really appropriate, you know.
I'm not sure what pants you're on about, but you'll have to tell me
there we
after
go.
the review.
Yeah.
As far as tastes go, what are we getting from the Mighty Atom? bearing in mind, we got to kind of try and reset our minds to the first beer of the day because it's only 2.8%.
It's a nice kind of pale lime, you know, kind of. There's nothing huge in there.
Loads of water.
Little bit touch of lychee, you know.
Yeah.
We give some of them a whirl earlier in their raw format, you know, and just kind of you know, to help sharpen up the old palate.
Yeah.
And you can kind of feel it in there.
Kiwi, lychee, grapefruit.
Yeah.
Bit of lemon.
But nothing in a massive quantity. It's a bit like you made yourself a weak squash, and then put a beer jacket on it.
Yeah, yeah. And you've got to take in mind every time you take a mouthful of this beer, it is 2.8%, and it's all about the tax bracket. I'm not going to get political. I'm not going to get into tax brackets, but the 2.8% is the tax where it's kind of cheaper for you to go out and buy a beer.
Yeah.
It's what they've got out and done. If you want a cheap beer, like untaxed beer,
You can pick this up. I think it's about £1.50 a bottle.
£1.50. It's not bad at all.
It's good.
I was buying beer 20 years ago in a pub that was £1.50. It's you know, for price, it's not bad. If you're looking for value, it's not bad. If you want
flavour and value for that kind of money, it's
okay.
It's hitting that.
It's okay. It's a nice sunshine beer, and I don't feel like I'm drinking an alcoholic beer at all.
And do you know what? Sometimes with the macro brewers and Fuller's, you know, you have to excuse me for saying this, I suppose, but they do a better job of this kind of stuff than they do with some of their bigger brands. It's just because they've made a concerted effort to hit something.
Yeah.
They've really hit it. They've really banged it on. And I've had the Marston's 2.8, and I've had one of the other big brewers. I can't remember who it was, but this is the best of the bunch.
There we go. Okay, so what would you rate this out of 10? Bearing in mind everything we just spoke about.
It's difficult because out of 10, you know, what do you base this against? You know, we just hit a big Belgian beer. We just, you know,
It's held its own, hasn't it?
there's enough flavour in there to keep you interested. And as a kind of either a late evening or mid-afternoon in the hot sun kind of beer, I'm quite happy or hoppy, you know, to say that there's enough here to give it an 8, a solid 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Absolutely. If this was a kind of 6% beer, you'd say no. But it's not. It's only 2.8%. So the amount of flavour in this beer deserves an 8 out of 10 all day long. So yeah, great rating.
Yeah, that's
great
Fuller's,
chat.
Fuller's Mighty Atom.
Yeah, it's all right. Good beer.
Right.
Yeah, good beer. Thanks for watching us. I'm sure you'll find us in the future on the channel. Subscribe to my daily beer reviews and cheers.